does confirm Ray Whitus of Endor's estate agent here tonight is selling what is formally described as Lot 6 on plan of subdivision 004301, which is, of course, more commonly known to yourself and I as 1 at 39 Ivy Street here in Parkdale. Now, in a moment's time, when we do call for your bidding, we'll be asking for a deposit equal to 10% of the purchase price, with the balance of that due preferential settlement terms 30 or 60 days from today. With that deposit, we'll obviously try and get as much of the 10% as we can tonight. If your bank allows you to do 10%, great. We'll get that all transferred into our trust account this evening. If not, a down payment of that, perhaps $10,000 say this evening, and the balance of the 10% paid tomorrow when the bank opens. Now, if you are a first-time auction attendee, particularly in the online sense, there's a range of different ways that you can bid here tonight. Number one, you can use your camera and your microphone to shout out your bid in a nice, clear voice. If you are using your camera and your microphone, we will just request that your camera is turned on. It just sort of helps us identify exactly where those bids are coming from. Or alternatively, the second option, which is perfectly acceptable to us as well, and maybe even preferable, I might go to say, is the chat function at the bottom of the screen. So if you wanted to enter in the bids on the chat function there, as they come up onto the screen, Andrew will be in the background registering them across the image reel there. So you will notice that if at any point throughout the auction that bid on the screen turns green, in big letters, that means that we are on the market, we are selling, and at that point I won't be referring the bid any further. So I'll make it abundantly clear to you when we are on the market, but once we are, the way that we'll be selling the property is by calling it down 3 times. It should be familiar to you all, I'm sure, on the first, second, third, and final call. When the contract hits my hand, like so, the property will be sold and no late bids can or will be accepted, folks. So please make sure you get your bids in nice and early. Please don't leave it until the last minute. You don't want to put the fate of your financial future in buying this property on the hands of Mr. Turnbull's NBN network. So let's make sure that those bids are in there nice and early. So folks, that's the formalities. Now, if you're looking at the images that are flashing across the screen, the thing that you'll see here is nothing. Absolutely nothing needs to be done. There is not a thing out of place in this property. It's absolutely perfect. It's ready to go. All the mod cons that you'd expect in a brand new property, with obviously the ducted cooling there through the ceiling. And as you're looking at some of the images that are popping up there on the screen, this outdoor area, we know that in the past 12 or 24 months, the needs of buyers have never changed as much as they have in that period of time. People are spending more and more time needing to work from home. And they're realizing that if they were commuting into the city and basically just waking up, going to work, coming home, having dinner and going to bed, a little shoebox apartment or unit without any outdoor space was perfectly acceptable. But as we're finding that people are now having their lunch breaks outside, now that we're finding that people are spending more and more time than ever in their house, things like outdoor areas are what have become the most important thing to buyers. And as you're looking at the images that flash across the screen, you can see that beautiful outdoor entertaining area there and the nice sort of greenery and trees around you in the block. You know that it really is a fantastic little addition to the property and one that should help you dig nice and deep for a property like this. The ceiling fan there, the TV on the wall, the range hood up the back, it's perfectly set up for outdoor entertaining, which is exactly what buyers are looking for now. The rest of the property, the polished timber floors, the sparkling bathroom and kitchen, everything you could want and more in a unit like this. Perfect access off the street there. It's absolutely perfect, folks. There is nothing to do other than move in and enjoy. Obviously, with a lease in place at the moment, expiring in May 22, paying $2,173 odd per calendar month, you can rest assured that rental income is being generated from day one. Location-wise, it's a fantastic little pocket. I'm actually a local to this myself, living just around the corner, but moments away from the Woolworths shopping centre there, moments away from Mordialloc. And if you've been down to Mordialloc recently, you'll know that Mordialloc just got this buzz about it. It's like Fitzroy Street or something like that. The eateries, the nightlife, the cafes, the bars, everything you could want in a little shopping strip is available just moments away in Mordialloc. Or if you wanted to go to Mentone in the other direction, some fantastic fruit and veg shops, Chaclunas and Huff Bagelry and all the popular local spots. The schools, Mentone Grammar, St Bede's, Kilbreda, the list goes on, ladies and gentlemen. Parkdale Primary School, just around the corner from the property here. It's incredibly well located, moments away from the beach. Everything you could want and more, ladies and gentlemen, is available when you're buying into Ivy Street in Parkdale. That's what you're getting for free, the location. Week in, week out, we're seeing properties in parts of Parkdale sell for in excess of $3 million. And I've got a theory that if you buy in a suburb where you're selling $3 and $4 million properties, even if they are a little bit closer to the beach, there's no way that that median house price isn't impacted. There's no way that properties like this don't see the flow-on effect of that sort of money coming into the area. You look at the Parkdale village, it's absolutely stunning down there. It's got all the local shops that you can need, and that's the reason why there's been such an influx of money and development coming into this area. So, ladies and gentlemen, exceptional property for your consideration here tonight, one that I'm hoping will be fiercely competed for you all. Just remember, as we get to this time of year, it's a bit of an unusual time. Ordinarily, there's just this constant flow of properties coming to the market. What you're going to start to see now, anything that hit the internet this week goes to auction on the 11th of December. So we're almost done for the year, folks. Just think about it that way. Every week that you wait, there's less and less properties for you to choose from. And we know that as less and less properties available, more and more competition on every property that remains in the market. Now is the time to buy. Don't wait. The closer you get to Christmas, the harder it becomes to buy. The more prices and pressure there's going to be on price for it to increase as there's less and less properties available. So, folks, with that, we'll put it across to you now. 1 at 39 Ivy Street in Parkdale. Head in your hands, buyers, for a fair reasonable start. Who'd like to bid us away here tonight? Don't mind the start. Happy to suggest one if I need to. Range of 710 to 780 throughout the campaign. Just bear with me. I just need to quickly fix one little thing on my screen here. Perhaps something in the early sevens, can we say? 710,000 if you'd like to go, buyers. In your hands for a fair reasonable start. If not, I'll be placing a vendor bid in one moment. Alternatively, you're bidding now on your terms, buyers. You tell me. Suggest a start. 710, can we say?
705.
705, Oliver and Alexandra. All the very best of luck to you at 705,000 to bid now. I'm going to call for a rise of 10 from there. At 705,000, we're away now, buyers. All the very best of luck to you once more. Looking for a rise of 10 from there. Can we say 715? At 705,000 to bid now. Looking for a rise of 10. 715 if you'd like to go. At 705, I've got fairly bid and offered. We'll call it down 3 times for you all. 705 to bid now. First time now at 705 to bid. 15 if you'd like to join in, buyers. Second call now, $705,000. Third and final call. Surely not, buyers. 705 is a bid with a range of 710 to 780. Can't make it any easier than that for you. Well, I understand the last one in the block sold for 765 a couple of years ago. Correct me if I'm wrong, Andrew.
No, you're bang on.
Thank you very much. 705,000 to bid now. Should be lining up at this price.
710.
710. I'll call for a rise of 10 at the moment if I can. GLT. Can we say 715? Can we say 715? 705 to bid. 15?
710.
710. We'll take it. It's 710,000 to bid now. I'm suggesting a rise of 10 from here to 720.
Yep.
720. 720. Love your competitive bidding there. 20's the bid now, GLT, it's back against you. Do we say 730? 720 the bid now, and it's against you. Heck, $720,000 a bid, can we say 730? 720 I've got. Rise of 10 if you'd like to go. It's 720,000 the bid now, and it's against you, GLT. Happy to take a 10 if you'd like. It's 720 the bid now. Heck, $720,000 I've got. First time now, it's 720 the bid. Second time, 720,000. Third and final call. At 720 the bid. Do we go another 10, GLT? Do we say
725?
725. Thought that might be the case. 35, can we say from here? 25 to bid.
730.
730. We've opened a can of worms now, GLT. 730 I've got it. 730 to bid now, and it's against you, GLT. $730,000 to bid now with my starters. 730,000 to bid. 35, do we say, GLT? Do you want to keep going in fives? I reckon the $10,000 bid's a smart increment from here. At $730,000 a bid, I'm going to call it down 3 times. At $730,000 a bid now. Against you, GLT, 730 to bid with the starters here tonight. First call now at 730 to bid. Second call, 730 to bid. Third and final call. Do we say 735?
735.
35, thank you very much. 45, can we say from here?
740.
740, thought it might be happening. At 740 the bid. Back against you now, GLT. I reckon those 10s are going to be the smart money. 740 I've got it. 740 the bid now. At 740,000 against you, GLT. 45 if you want to keep involved. At 740,000 I've got. Looking for a rise. Whatever's going to keep you in it. Happy to take your 5s if it helps. At 740 the bid now. Can call it down 3 times. At $740,000 the bid. Last opportunity for you all. First call now at 740. Second call, 740. Third and
743.
45. Can we say 45, GLT?
43.
We'll take you 43, but let's go to 50 now. You've been the strong bidders for the rest of you. GLT at 743. Let's go 50. At
745?
Can we go 50?
No, 45.
45. It's 745 the bid now. At 745 I've got. 50 is the smart money buyers. Trust me on this one. What would I know? I've only sold hundreds of properties in my career. 745 the bid now. Do we say 50? At 745,000 I've got GLT. Let's go for 50. At 745,000 the bid now. 50 if you'd like to come back in. Go for the $5,000 bid. Get us on the round increments. 745 the bid now. First time at 745 on bid. Second call.
748.
48, and you're going to take me to 50, I think, Oliver, aren't you? At 50 the bid now, can I say?
750?
50, thank you very much. At 750 the bid. 753, do we say, GLT? 750 I've got, and it's against you now. At 750 with Oliver, the highest bid there, do we go 53? Spin your flavour, 753, can we say? At 750 I've got. 750,000, the bid stands, do we say 753? First time now at 750. Second time, 750. Oliver's holding the highest bid against you, GLT. Third and final call. At 750 the bid now.
755.
55, I love it. 755. Do we go 60, Oliver? At 55, I've got fight fire with fire. 755 the bid.
760?
60, there we go. $760,000 the bid now. At 760 the bid. Do we go another 5 then, GLT? That worked well for you. 760 is a bid. Do we go 65? At $760,000, fairly bid and offered. Happy to take a 5. Let's keep those stronger bids going. At 760 the bid now. At 760,000, it's against you, GLT. 760 I've got. Call it down 3 more times. Oliver's holding the highest bid there at 760. At 760,000. First time now at 760. Second time, 760 I've got. Third and final call. At 760 the bid. Well, buyers, please just allow me one quick moment of your time. I'll quickly have a chat with our vendor. Folks, thank you very much for your patience. Andrew, Matt, you can hear me?
Yeah, mate. Yep.
Thank you very much. So it's $760,000, still dealing exclusively with the highest bidder. But one thing has been made abundantly clear to me here tonight. We will not be placing another vendor bid. So naturally, if there's no further bidder advance, the property will pass into the highest bidder and they'll go on and have exclusive right of refusal to negotiate and buy. And I'm also going to say that in over 80% of the instances we get to this point of an auction, the highest bidder goes on and buys the property. And I don't see there being any exception there here tonight in this particular instance. In the auction that I just came from a few moments ago, we passed it in. Sure enough, the highest bidder came inside. A little bit of back and forth and the property came together. Is this so often the case? So we're still in your hands, ladies and gentlemen. It's $760,000. It's Oliver that's got the highest bid there at the moment. GLT, do you want to come in for a 5? It's $760 the bid now. Do we say $765? At $760,000, back over to you, buyers. If you're leaving your run to the last minute, now's the time to speak. Let's go $765 from here. At $760,000 I've got. It's against you, GLT. Do you want to come in for another 5? Last opportunity for you. First call now at $760. Second call, $760 the bid now. That was close. You tempted me. Third and final call, $760 the bid. Do we come in for $765, GLT?
763.
$763. $763 I've got, Oliver. Do we say $765? Be bold, go $770. The strong bids are going to be the better option.
$765.
65. I thought that might happen. It's $765 the bid now. At $765, we've got GLT. It's against you now. At $765 the bid. 765 triple O I've got. Do we go 68? 65 the bid now. At $765 I've got with Oliver. He's been with us all day at $765. Last opportunity for you all. Do we say 68?
767.
767?
Correct.
767. 80, Oliver? Sorry, 70? What am I saying? 767? I'm getting ahead of myself. Do we say 70? 767 the bid now with GLT. Do we say 70? It's 767 I've got with GLT. It's against you now, Oliver. You've been with us all day.
768. Just one more.
68. I'll take it. 768 the bid now. At 768,000 I've got with Oliver. At 768 now. We'll call it down 3 times, buyers. $768,000 a bid. First call now at 768.
769.
69. We're really breaking it down now. 770, do we say, Oliver? Last opportunity.
Yes, 770.
770. Thank you very much. It's 770,000 the bid now. If we're going to keep coming, GLT, let's make it a 2.5. 770 I've got. At 770,000 the bid now with Oliver. At 770 the bid, do we go 72.5? At $770,000 I've got with my starter. At
771.
71. 71. Do we go 2.5 from here, Oliver? You be the strong bidder. We'll be here all night. 71 with GLT. Do we go 72.5 now? 71 I've got. Do we say 72.5? It's 771,000 the bid now. Against you, Oliver. What's it going to be? First call now at 771. Second call.
72.5.
72.5. Thank you very much, Oliver. It's 772.5 the bid now. At 772,500 I've got it. 772.5. We'll call it down 3 more times for you all, buyers. It's 772.5 the bid. First call now at 772.5. Second call, 772.5. For the third and final call, hold done, hold silent. If there's no further bidder advance, the property will pass into Oliver here tonight at 772.5 the bid. Last opportunity for you on the third and final call, the property will pass in. Fair warning for you, 772.5 now. First, second, third and final call. Hold done. Hold silent. At 772,500. Well, buyers, with that, will formally pass the property into Oliver and Alexander. Thank you very much for joining in. Commiserations, GLT. We'll look forward to negotiating a sale in a few moments' time. Thank you very much. Have a good evening.